Kia ora, guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here. Welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Bran's Tale. We are here with Bran on a cold, wintry morning. The sun still below the horizon. A green glow of our night vision illuminating the area around us, and the slight ticking of radiation. Our internal Geiger counter warning us of the invisible threat nearby. We will need to leave this place behind. So focused on a task Bran has been that, well, our friend is still out here, lost in the swamps. We need to go back for her. We can't leave her out there, alone. No. We're coming, Rina. We are on our way. And hello, you almost appeared out of nowhere. A tough zombie. Perhaps out the corner of Bran's eye, focusing too heavily on what he should be doing, missing his surroundings. He batters it across the head, knocking it to the ground, electricity running through its skull. We whack again and again, quickly striking the thing as it tries to whack back towards us. We fake a strike, moving to the side, crushing its skull. Let's see. You, we're going to dismember. And what remains of you then? You have a Ruger, a pistol. You can keep it. No. We'll stay moving. Back out here, back out into the swamp, which is now completely covered in snow. It's going to be a ways for us to get back to Rina. Let's begin that march, Bran. This is a way that we have gone and still semi-remember, just clambering through where we can. We've spotted the skeletal dog to the north, and I believe that skeletal dog has also spotted us. No, not yet, but it is moderately injured. Who or what has injured it, we don't know, but it's followed our scent up until this point. So let's make sure that it doesn't come back, dismembering it again. I think seeing these other creatures wandering out here fills Bran with a sense of unease, knowing that Rina too is out here. We see a skeleton shambling ahead of us, covered in snow and frost. We quickly strike it down, removing its skull and anything else that might still be living. More of them. And we can sit there fast. Moving very quickly, in fact. That was incredibly fast for a zombie, considering we are actually straight up walking right now. That's a peculiar looking... Oh, it's a dead hickory tree. Okay, we've got fallen trees. Excellent. I'm always excited by new additions to the world. We try to keep our balance moving over the small boulder. Let's just check our map again. We are on track using our GPS tracker that we have on Rina. Pardon me. Bran might be immune from sneezing, but I am not. As we continue to march through, our power slowly going down. Might be worth me seeing if we have anything else on that we shouldn't at this stage. Our climate control. Yes, it is keeping us warm. It's keeping us comfortable in these temperatures, but poor Rina will not be feeling the same. Her armor will keep her somewhat content, but not much. Even unpowered, it still gives her some warmth, but not the amount that she needs. Being heat dependent, it is very important for her to stay warm. And, well, wandering out here in the winter winds, She's not going to be so happy. And we're close now. Let's keep moving. And there she is. Rina, leaning up against the tree, sees the shadow of Bran approaching. I'm very thirsty. It's alright. I'm back. I was longer than I expected. Are you alright? Can you walk? I think I can. I'm just feeling weaker. Here. Let's see what we have. We have our canteen of water, which is currently frozen, along with all of our smoked meat, but we can do something about that. We have this cast iron frying pan in our backpack, which we are going to have to take out, or rather we might just be able to use here. If we activate it, there is no fire. We're going to use our integrated toolset to heat up our canteen. We defrost the food. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and defrost the meat as well. So cast iron frying pan, yes, and we're going to defrost the meat. Okay, wow, that took a while. Did you see that shocker? Ooh, okay, that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but it is quite a lot of meat, so it makes sense. The canteen of water is now cold, so what we want to do here is just drop to the side of us some meat to start with. We're going to drop one thing of smoked meat and just see if Rina is willing to pick it up. I mean, the issue is we'd have trouble giving it to her because of her armor. Yeah. Let's talk to you, Rina. I don't think I'm going to be able to trade anything with you. I'd like to be able to give you the canteen, even if it's just for a moment. You can't carry all that. No, I'm not surprised. So we need to figure out a way to be able to give you something. It'd be great if with the use item we can just give them food that way. I think that would speed up the process a little bit here. And we can see a shocker down to our southwest, actually quite close. Disturbingly so. It's still... no. It's caught wind, I think. We see it moving backwards and forwards. So Rina isn't hungry at this stage, she is just thirsty. I'm gonna say let's go, but I don't think she's moving right now. Let's ask how she's doing. I'd like to know a little bit more about you. Still overburdened because of her armor, and it might actually be too much at this stage. Too much for her. The only thing that I can think to do, and I don't even know if it'll be possible, would be trying to remove some of the plutonium from our armor and giving it to her. Using it to power her power armor. She keeps saying bye. She doesn't want to move. Let's see if we can just drop this on the ground, or rather drop this right where she is, if she will pick it up and drink from it. No. Alas, she does not. Let's have a look at some settings. I have added canteen to her list of items that she can pick up. I can only hope that she will pick it up for a moment. The issue is her just not having any space. And yeah, she does not want to pick it up. The tough thing about NPCs is trying to find a way in which we can work them properly, and their armor is proving to be more hassle than actual help. We can't free her hands as well to allow her to be able to just pick something up. And so with things seeming rather dire for Rina, Bran, I think, is going to do perhaps the unthinkable for him. So, after a lot of fuddying around in the background, I've taken off a fair amount of Bran's equipment that he has put on Rina. I have tried to get her equipped with this very own piece of armor, his combat armor, but it appears that she can't wear that and wear a backpack at the same time. And I think it all comes down to her overall strength. And this is an issue that I'm actually having at the moment. She does have a backpack on her at the moment, our quantum solar backpack no less. However, I can't trade items with her, which is really unfortunate. We can see that if I was to trade anything here, it would... it's almost like the backpack isn't being registered. We can see that she has a carrying volume of next to nothing. And the same thing with weight. I can understand weight, but I don't understand the volume being that low. The Quantum Solar backpack does have carrying capacity, so it makes me very confused as to why that's happening. Now, if I was to say let's go, and then if we have a look at Rina's armor, we can see that she's indeed using the Quantum Solar backpack. Yeah. Okay. So, we can see that it's actually saying that the Quantum Solar backpack has 0 storage capacity, which I gotta think is a mistake, because I feel like we've used it as a backpack before. Maybe it's more a backpack as in it's just a battery pack that you carry on your back. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it's been changed to that. I assume that using a backpack, it had capacity, but yeah, no, it doesn't have anything. So unfortunately, we still can't hand her things. And this is the issue that we're running into with the armor in the first place. I'm trying everything I can to save poor Rina here, but it is, it's looking pretty dire, to say the least. I'm hoping that we can get her to move away from here. The armor is off at this stage. The only thing else that I can think of doing is picking the armor up off her. We'd have to just wield this in our hands. Not an easy task to do. Is she gonna have any chance to follow us now? She is. Okay, that's something. Now, this will be tiring us out, but it's not tiring us out too much. Our stamina will be going down, but as long as we can get Rina back to some form of safety, I'll be happy. She's going to be incredibly cold. Let's not get that wrong. She's going to be incredibly cold. Now, I was wanting to head down to all of these positions here, but leaving her out here like this, that's not an option. So, we are going to be marching on back towards the Killdozer. At least it's a little warmer in there. We don't want to get too close to that mansion, though, because that was, well, really is the mansion of madness. So, Rina, stay nice and close. We'll move through. We'll take this armor along with us. And while it has kept her safe, it's also kept her kind of imprisoned in it. So, the march shall continue, and we'll make it back there before long. And finally, the Killdozer is in sight. And there is not much of this poor thing left. You can see this beautiful snowy field. Rina, come on then. So we have options here. We can continue on this front. It is a front that has not been well prepared for at all. And I think Bran thought Rina was ready to be out here. And in a sense, she is. But at the same time, there are still so many other dangers out here that I truly worry about having her up here for too long. We don't have our blade with us. We don't have all the tools that we could possibly need as well. And while I do want to explore these other pathways, I'm thinking that's something we're going to have to do with just Bran. Rina, for her, it'll be back to the lab. I was wanting to continue on, but I really think we need to play this smart. We just came away from the worst scenario we could have possibly found ourselves in. We can deck Rina out in better equipment, but I think we're constantly going to run into some issues with her carrying capacity. If we get a proper backpack, maybe we can make it work for her, but so far this trip has turned into a disaster. We are going to be making our way back home, and as we know, that can be dangerous, to say the least. We see a screecher making its way across this pretty much untouched field. And we're going to see if we can run that thing down, crushing it beneath the wheels of the killdozer, which is barely holding together at this stage. The front windscreen has been completely smashed in. We'll avoid them where we can. There is a chance now that we could be shot at by any number of things. Now, is that part of... I don't actually know if there's something that we've seen around here before. It looks like a massive fire at some point. Wood ash. And there's something burnt there. Something large. And there is an error report. I'm sure that's fine. We'll go ahead and just ignore from the automatic street sweepers. And no, actually it would seem that it is a full-on massive error. Something regarding a street sweeper. So it is an abnormal termination. I'm going to go ahead and launch back into this thing. And hopefully, we won't be too far behind. Okay, I have made it back here again. Unfortunately, we were a little bit further into the woods, so we had to walk through that all again. But I can only hope that we're not going to have the same error. If we do, we might just avoid that part of the town for now. It was something in regarding to the street sweeper. So let's avoid it. Heading further down this way, hopefully not encountering the same error as before. If that's the case, there is a chance that we could discover it while making our way back home. Let's hope that isn't going to be it. So I'm thinking that we're going to be able to carry pretty much straight on down through Richford here. So we just need to take a right once we reach this house. So make our way around this structure here. And as soon as we get around this house here, we should be golden. That's a really nice big bus there. What's that we can see through the window? Nails, I think. Yeah, mini nails. Mini nails. Let's avoid where we can. Okay, this is where it's going to get interesting. We've got an acidic zombie ahead of us. Run through it. We hear a massive explosion as we run down the large zombie ahead of us, spinning it beneath our treads. It's a straight shot down now. Let's push through. Do not crash, Bran. Rina, she is frail. Oh dear. Still got a lot of friends. Okay, we're gonna have to step on the gas here to push through. And push through we do. Okay, now we're on a good line. Wow. Let's just take a moment here. Let's take a moment to appreciate what we're looking at. Okay, it's not tracking by that anymore, but we can see just around this APC here, just countless dead. Now, I'm pretty sure what happened to our broadsword was it went flying out while we were driving. Yeah, so word to the wise, if you got blades and you're driving them out, just sheath them. We don't have a sheath, but I recommend having one. There's a plague vector around here, and that's something that we haven't seen before. I'm going to see if I can track that down amongst all of these here. Plague vector. We can do a search. Actually, I don't even know if we can search, so no. Can I find you, plague vector? This is ridiculous. There are just so many of them here. And there's a good chance that I'll just scroll past it. Nope, there it is, plague vector. It's nearly dead. Oh, that's it there. An infected roach that has been feeding on the undead and has started to mutate chaotically. Fantastic. Well, I'm very glad that we managed to move around. We just need to try and straighten back up. Ooh, that's not good. That was a full-on strike right through there, and Rina would have been hit by that at the same time. We try and push through as we hear Rina saying, "Hello!" We smash through the bloated zombie. through the mess. Body after body. Rina coughing in the back seat. Her survivor mask not fully protecting her from the poisonous fumes. We need to slow down a lot now. We've got some tight turns to make. Okay. It seems like we're away from the majority of the horde for now. Somehow, the killdozer is still going. So at this point here, we're going to need to try and find a point to turn, and I think this is going to be it here. Now, thankfully, the killdozer can pretty much turn on a dime. These treads are so good at just slowing down. We've got a massive trail of, what is that, smoke, or is that ice over water? No, it is smoke. Keep moving. You can see a turkey, I think. Okay. The killdozer is absolutely demolished at this stage. It's a vehicle that we've had working for a while now, and I never really saw it being a long-term vehicle for us, but it is a way for us to get from point A to point B. And well, this has certainly gotten us back in one piece at the very least, so it's done its job, and it's done it well. Let's go... we can't go straight through there, can we? I think I've had this issue before. We need to turn around and go about this way. Thankfully, it's just smoke that's coming out the back. I think our exhaust has been damaged. It's not fuel at this stage. We've actually still got heaps of fuel left, and that's a street sweeper there, so I'm glad it wasn't anything pertaining to that. Now, is that an atomic street sweeper? Because if it is, there is a chance it's automatic street sweeper. Well, I'm just going to put in a quick save here, just because we're near it, and yeah, I'm afraid of having a crash after all of that. And at this stage, I think we can just carry on to our right, and that's where we've been parking the killdozer. There are some foes that are there, which I'm not super happy about, but really, there isn't too much we can do about it at this stage. They're just here, and that is the side of the building. So, killdozer, this is where you're going to have to stay for now. And yes, that is an incredibly hectic drive back. I am very much aware of that. We're going to wield our extendable baton. We're going to move after the skeletal brute. We're going to go ahead and activate our kinetic shock absorbers so that we're at the ready. We're going to drop our pack to the ground. Actually, yeah, no, we are. Oh, wow, and we got thrown back quite far. Get to work. Battering them to pieces. And now, attempting to quickly dismember them before other trouble arrives. And it looks like we do have some troubling arriving. Some troubling? Yes, it is very troubling. We'll go ahead and grab our backpack if we can, along with everything else. Looks like we are going to have at least one more interested bystander, a survivor zombie, shuffling towards us. As long as it's before the others reach us, we should be okay. Yeah, we're not going to have time. Rina, just stick with me. Yes, we have left power armor up there. I'm okay with that for now. We just need to keep on moving, Rina. Down we go to the lab. Don't stop now. And we keep going. We're spotting other foes. Let's just wait for Rina. Okay. We've effectively made it at this stage. Back home. Back to some form of safety. Many of you have been asking why we have kept the turret down here alive for as long as it has been. It's not super easy for us to take care of. That's one of the reasons why. Rina, just please stay nice and close. Okay. Seems we've pretty much forgotten our way. At least I remember it. Bran does not. Wow, okay, so this has been interesting to say the least. But we're back home, and we have Rina with us. Now I can only hope that oh, yeah, that's the hum of our engine still working. Great, and she is picking up that plastic bottle of clean water. Excellent. Get yourself a drink there, girl. Go ahead and close up those ones. Okay, we're back here. There's smoked meat for her to drink. The folded Foldertron is here. I completely lied about me bringing that along for the ride. Bran, we have some work to do, don't we? We have an asthma attack, but we use our inhalers. Rina is taking a seat down out there, I think surprised that she has made it back here in one piece. Many of you also pointed out that Rina is a pacifist, and yeah, she is, and that's what makes surviving out here all the more difficult, and Bran trying to assist her, well, and again, force in some instances to try and get some kind of change. Yeah. Dear. We're going to need to get everything back from Rina and get her decked out in something that's going to keep her warm down here. So, I'm going to start with the process of actually getting all those bits, and you know what, before we get things back, let's see what we can do. We do have a lot of clothing here. These are thermal electric gloves and socks. I mean, they're pretty warm just as they are, but we want to get her wearing something that's going to keep her very nice and toasty. So we've got arm warmers, we've got the underwear top, so they're both worn close to the skin, so we really just want to probably go for that long one. And a thermal electric balaclava. If it's turned on, it's great. If it's not, then it's just, it's much of a muchness. We want to give her a duffel bag for sure, so we'll go ahead and just wear that on ourselves for now. And see what else we have amongst our supplies here. A hydration pack would be great, because then we could potentially fill that up for her, but then she seems to be pretty good at picking things up herself at the same time. We'll give her some leather armor boots, an armored leather vest. What else can we give you, Rina? Something else for the top would be good. I mean, sleeveless duster is better than nothing. And we can give you a pair of arm warmers too. I don't think we have anything for your pants at this stage. Yeah. We can give you a toque. It's a little warm. I think the thermoelectric balaclava would just do the job, really. Don't know if it can be worn with the hood, but we can at least try it. At this stage, we're just trying to take care of her a little bit better. Yeah, I think we might just have to make something quickly to be worn beneath, because we've just got the... Yeah, I think... Let's have a look. Legs. Denim shorts, which means that we do have some jeans around. Okay. Well, where are our jeans then? We could have actually had some there, but they might just not be good quality. Or rather, they might be filthy. Let's see. Jeans. Ah, there's pants. Yeah. Although I don't think they count as jeans. Let me do a quick search. Yeah, so I'm guessing it is actually those. So we just have to clean them. And they're pretty warm as well. Yeah, they're a little run ragged. But that's okay. We can work with it. Grab that washboard. And we're going to get to work. No items were selected. There we go. We wash our clothing. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to do the complicated process of attempting to get this stuff on Rina. I would love if she jumped off the crane and off that, just so that we have a chance to actually see the things that she's dropping. Okay, so this is going to take a little while. I'm going to go ahead and get things swapped around here. Okay. To give you a little update, Rina is now decked out in actual clothing. It is very difficult to organize what NPCs are going to wear. Very, very difficult. She seems to have a lot of issues with wearing multiple layers of things and all kinds of stuff like that. I am liking the beds. The beds are looking really good, someday, guy. Apparently our internal climate control is still turned on. We don't need to have that on. Same with the shock absorbers. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and call it a night now here with Bran. A day, rather. Something is making noise. I think that might have been Rina climbing into bed there. Or it could actually be the engine. Is the engine keeping us awake? That'd be intriguing if that's the case. No. We fall asleep and we wake up because something's making noise. The engine is actually waking us up. That is a potential issue. I wonder if Rina would be able to fall asleep. I think it's one of those things where if you're tired enough, you probably could fall asleep. We're just tired at this stage. If we're dead tired, I'm sure we could. We're going to turn on our sound dampeners. Hopefully Rina can actually get some peace and quiet here. But we certainly can. And at this point, I need to start planning what Bran's next weapon is going to be. Now, we did forge ourselves a broadsword, which had been doing a lot for us. It had been doing a lot. I might consider making something slightly different. Something that we can actually use our martial arts with, because unfortunately, it really wasn't working out all too well with just what we had. Rina is drinking clean water. That's a very, very good sign. Something that I'm concerned about is when we ask Rina to stay here to guard this place, she doesn't really seem to want to stay put. She's wanting to run off to another location. So sometimes it happens where someone, or rather an NPC, sees their home as being somewhere else. I'm afraid that that's what might be happening here. If that's the case, well, there isn't too much we can do to stop Rina from leaving. I mean, it is entirely her choice. So let's see. Are there any other options that we have at this stage with her? Because we know that she does work a little differently. So we're not going to say I'm going to go my own way for a while, because then she will fully leave. But if we just tell her to guard this position, let's just see if she does stay or if she goes. And she starts leaving at that stage. Posted as a guard, but where is she going to guard is my question. Let's just see if she's actually going to go out the door first. Is she going to go out both of them? She is. So let's call her back for now before we lose her forever. If that's the case, if we do end up losing her, then that is her choice. We can't change that. But let's get off the damn crane. Come on, stop playing around. Let's just go swap positions with you, or rather push you just over there for now. Thank you very much. Get off the weapon table. Rina, what else can we do with you? The only other thing that I can think of, if we say let's go, is when we call out to her, we can sometimes give commands, except we can't do that at the moment, which is intriguing. I have been able to do that in many other scenarios with her so far, but it's not there now. Yell a sentence. Hello. You yell hello. It's almost entirely muffled. Yeah. Rina, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, the only other thing I can think to say is that we just stay here. I mean, I think she's made up her mind, though. She tells us, I'm on watch. I'll keep an eye on the area. Thank you. I'll see you around. I'm going to be working here for a while. And she heads straight out. Is that the last time we've seen Rina? I don't know. Maybe she was looking for a way out after that previous encounter. We have an asthma attack. An inhaler. Bran again, I think, cursing his own mortality. We did pick up one other CBM while we were out there, just an LED tattoo. Not much, but it's something perhaps to take our mind off of our potential concerns that we might have at the moment. We're going to drop this extendable baton off down here. What other melee weapons do we have here at the moment? There's a switchblade. We have many, many guns, but we don't have much in the way of melee weapons. We've got a home wrecker there. A cudgel. The cudgel is actually not a bad weapon at all. Pretty good when it comes to bashing. We have a makeshift glaive. What are we going to use next? I'm going to have to think long and hard about what we want to be using there. Yes, we are. We're actually wearing both of these right now. I'm going to take off the Quantum Solar backpack. Let's have a look at our CBMs. We're going to go get items. We have an LED tattoo. We are not going to be adding the blast arm. We also have all these other power storage CBMs. I feel like our power storage is at a point now where we're good. I do want to see if we can crack 10,000. So let's see, where are we at the moment in terms of our power? Okay, so we'd need another 4 to be able to crack it. So let's take 4 power storage CBMs and let's go to our lab. We might even see Rina along the way. I do want to have that window open though, just so there's a little bit of ventilation. And which way did she go, I wonder? Well, where there's closed doors usually means that that's where Rina's been. Hey, she just says, "Move your goddamn ass, dick." Okay, Rina. She's back. I guess she went out there to grab some water, potentially. She's back. Wow. Okay. Strong words from Rina. I think Bran's probably quite taken aback from that. Huh. Very interesting. Now, let's see. Can I recall? I think it is just south from here. If I remember correctly. Which I might not at all. Oh no, it's right here. There we are. There we are. Let's close up just so we can focus on what we're doing. We're going to install a bionic module. Let's do the anesthesia unneeded. We're going to install the LED tattoo as a 1% chance of failing. Okay, and I'm assuming it did not fail. Let's have a look at our CBMs. Yep, stay very still. We successfully install the LED tattoo, and we can see it down here. A small LED display right beneath your dermal layer can be illuminated on command to show patterns of your choice at dim or bright luminosity. It doesn't provide enough light to comfortably read or craft, but it can suffice if you have nothing else. Okay, interesting. I wonder if there are any passives associated with that. I don't think there is. It's either one or the other. Okay, well, let's jump back in and install some more of these CBMs, these power CBMs. Just one after the other, after the other. And soon, before long, we are going to be looking very good. Okay. Alright, what is our power at now? Yep. It's above 9,000. Yep. There we go. 10,020 bionic power. We are bionically strong, that is for sure. So with that, I think we can turn on our metabolic interchange and eat some more goodness. Eat some of the things around us. Oh, that was a very strange, very strange zoom that was happening there. Okay. Yeah, Rina seems to be minding her own. Oh, actually, she's not here at the moment. I didn't actually even realize there were curtains there. I think we should leave those open. Oh, she's in here. I didn't mean to disturb you. Well, she seems to actually be making herself fully at home here, which, that's cool. Let's drink some water, because we can. And you might be able to tell that we have some old meat here. It is going to go off soon. It's got one more season left in it, and it's 140. We have a whole heap of other stuff frozen currently, but yeah, that's not going to be around for as long. We also have a whole heap of batteries there too. It's a bright day though, so we should actually be able to generate power on the surface. Maybe we can make use of that. We don't need to do it right now, so we're not going to eat all of that food just for the sake of that. But what else can we do? Well, we can start our craft. That would be the idea at the very least. Yeah. Let's see. What weapon do we want? Well, we want it to be a cutting tool, more than likely, but sometimes it's good to have something that's a bit of both. An electric chainsaw. Yeah, I mean, that's something. You can see that the bash, and I'd be wondering with this, if once it's activated, it changes the amount of cutting damage, because when it's turned off, it only does bashing damage. It requires 2 electric chainsaws. It would be quite an insane weapon for us to have. we see that it's a long wooden pole with electric chainsaws impractically attached to both ends, the product of either genius or insanity, but not both. The weight ensures that someone only both strong and very skilled could possibly hope to use it. Yeah. That's a potentially very dangerous thing. We've also got battle axes as well. We see that the cut damage is pretty good from this thing. It's got a brutal strike. I guess what we're looking for here, though, is we're looking for something that we're going to actually be able to use some of our skills with. A Zweihander is obviously another option for us as well. It is a two-handed weapon, and it has the ability to swing wide. And we can see that, yes, this is our broadsword, as we had it, but maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe a Zweihander is what we need. It'd be a hell of a weapon. We need to recharge the electric forge. So, let's find the thing and get started. Forge. Electric forge. Okay, we're going to go ahead and reload you. Now, this is where we might run into some issues because we don't have batteries, apparently, to reload it. What batteries does the electric forge take now? Because we have all these batteries that are just by themselves. They're not in their cells. Right. It requires heavy battery. Okay, well, let's have a look. We're going to search for bat and see what we can do to make a heavy battery. Heavy battery. We need copper wire. We have solder, we have medium batteries, but we just need more copper wire. I think that's an issue that we've run into before, where we can find wire, but copper wire might be a little bit more difficult for us to come across. I'm going to have one quick look at the computers, because I forget every single time whether or not they actually have copper wire within them. We'll just go deconstruct and see what we have amongst everything here. We do actually have copper wire coming in from them, so we're just going to spend a little bit of time just deconstructing them as needed. Because I'm not sure how much charge we'll need from the heavy batteries. So we'll just go start hauling all of this back, as you do. There are components that we can use, and it takes us a little while to drag them, it would seem. Come on, you got this. I'm starting to think that there is a chance that that noise could be getting to Rina. We hope not, we can hope. Can I actually just pick some of this stuff up? Yeah, we can. That would have been a lot faster for us to do. Just all that lot there. Do we have any copper wire there? Yes, 21. I'm just not looking with my eyes. Okay, we can leave left alone for now. And we're just going to go for heavy bat and get this stuff created. Heavy bat, boom. How many can we make? Let's go make 4. We'll make 4. Let's use some scrap metal on our person, and we get to work, working away at this thing with our engine humming next to us, focusing on a new weapon, something that I hope will, well, do some serious damage. Now, again, we don't have a martial art that kind of works with it, I think. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and just store that in our inventory if we can. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and reload. Oh, what did you just do? You reload the heavy battery. Okay. Ah, I see. Okay, and now the electric forge we're going to reload with the heavy battery. Right, we only needed 1. That's fine. Eject heavy batteries from the forge. Yes, store them in our inventory. We actually had some in there already. I'm finally starting to understand how the new battery system works. Okay. Put all of those down, along with the rest of the junk that we have from that. Okay. It's Zwei time. Yep, there it is. I mean, is that the best version of the Zweihander that we can make? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And it's going to have the best cutting value out of anything that we can possibly make, I think. Oh, hang on. This is a flaming Zweihander? Yes, we need to make a flaming Zweihander. Yeah, a flaming Schwart? Okay. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, so how then would they work together? So that's got I'm trying to look at the 2 hit bonus and all the rest and see if it goes down. We're at 1740 and +0. Yeah, so you do lose the +1, but I mean, it's potential flaming damage. So let's make this Y-handed to start. It's going to take 8 hours of work for us to make this thing. That is a lot. Let's go ahead and use some of the lumps of steel, and we just start working on this thing. And that's where the montage begins. The heavy metal playing in the background as Bran just works on this epically large sword. Something that's probably nearly as tall as he is. Something that he never could have dreamed wielding before in his past life. But now he has surpassed who he was. Rina too. And Rina is changing. Her personality is becoming perhaps more spider-like. She started to make a den, bringing in food, and perhaps before long casting webs about that bedroom. And if there's one thing that we know about spiders, well, yeah, let's just hope that Bran doesn't become too close with Rina. Oh dear. We're gonna go ahead and skip ahead until this is all done. And just like that, we finish. We memorize the recipe as well, and we are wielding our Zweihander. Let's look at this thing. This is a huge 2-handed sword from Germany. It packs a real wallop, and that it does that bash and that cut, and we can see the techniques: brutal strike, stun for 1 turn, knock them back 1 tile, and I think that's on a crit, you knock them back 1 tile. Then there is a sweeping attack. So that allows you to sweep and hit a number of targets around you. Great for dealing with hordes. We can see that there is a block ability with it as well. Medium. Not as good as the broadsword, but yeah. And finally, wide strike. Oh, hang on, sorry. Sweep attack knocks them down for 2 turns. The wide strike allows you to attack in a wide arc on a crit. Very, very, very nice. And this thing will be conducting electricity. It'll be running our shocked electricity down through it. Now, this is where the real mad scientist comes into it. Do we really want to do this? Yeah, I'm sure we do, right? I'm sure we do. An ice axe. Now that's my go-to weapon in the zombie apocalypse. An ice axe, 100%. It's just got so much utility to it as well. But yes, for us, what would we need to be able to make the Flamenschwartz? We need the spray can flamethrower. So I'm sure that we can actually make that. Let's just search for flame. And spray can flamethrower. What do we? Oh, we're missing a spray can. Really? Out of all the things, we don't have a single spray can. Well, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Now, I'm guessing we can't just make a spray can and just fill it with gas, right? Damn. Yeah, you can't make one just as it is. We can make sprayable toxic gas. I mean, like, that's cool, right? That's interesting. There's just such a large amount of things that we can make now that, yeah, just an amazing amount of stuff and things that I never really... Yeah. As you get better at crafting, the world just opens up to you in terms of what you can make. And especially with things getting added in all the time, there is just more and more stuff that you can make. We've got rebreather masks to help us breathe underwater. We got a lot of stuff, And now there isn't actually any reason that we couldn't have a big sheath for Zweihander. It would double up with our backpack and our other survivor harness that we have. But I think it's worth looking at the very least. I actually don't even know if a Baldric would work with the Zweihander, just because it's such a freaking huge weapon. I really want to try this thing out. I was going to be wrapping things up here, but I think that would be a disservice to all of you. I think we need to see exactly what this Zweihander is capable of. Yeah, we do, don't we? So let's leave the rucksack behind and anything else that's with it. We just need the Zweihander at this stage. Let's go up to the surface and see exactly how this thing fares. Yes, I am prepared. Up we go. And beyond. Still being cautious of our turrety friend down beneath. What's the time of day? Well, things should still be able to see us rather easily out here. And look at that. We can already see some friends. So let's go start to make those friends. As we march on out here, we can see that there are a number charging out from the rubble towards us. So let's go ahead and activate our combat armor. I don't think we need to turn our muscles on at this stage. I think we're strong enough as we are. Let's set our feet. And before I do that, let's just see. I don't think there is anything here that's actually going to allow us to use the... Yeah. No style. No style for now. And as this shriekling approaches, we swing out towards it, and we miss. We miss again, because they are rather hard to hit, but 77 damage. We have this other snapper running towards us, mutilated for 56 damage as a predator jumps towards us. We swing, we miss, then we maim, chopping off one of its arms as we're grabbed by the wrestler, I think, and we're thrown, slammed against the ground. Well, I think it might be worthwhile us turning this on. Okay. We swing again, gussing the tough zombie as the other runs towards us, slamming us to the ground. The wrestler's difficult, but by no means impossible for us to defeat. We'll wait for a moment or two, try and dodge the spitter, let the others run towards us, standing at the ready. Hearing shuffling, we slice them in two. Okay. Here we go, maiming one after the other, as other friends appear in the darkness. A skeletal brute. Come at me, sir. We can see that the bash damage still does a lot to these creatures. And they're left dead, discarded, forgotten. Let's go dismember them. Work our way through them, making sure that they won't be able to return. Did I see something approaching there? Thought I did for a second. Ankle biter? Tough zombie? Everyone. Dismember away. Thank you, thank you. Nearly there, Bran. Nearly there. Have yourself a breather, good sir. Turn off that armor. And yes, we have ourselves a new weapon. One that I would like to set on fire. I mean, surely that's going to be fun, right? We're back home. Home sooner than I would have liked, but with a weapon in our hand and with Rina safe and secure, we couldn't really ask for more, could we? But we do want to head back out here. Out to these other towns. Out to these unexplored spaces on the edge to see what we can find. Some of you have mentioned that helicopter crashes can sometimes have reactors in them, and that's a chance for us as well. But that's all going to be in the future. Today's episode was one about returning to safety, not becoming overconfident, knowing when to return. So, please return yourselves in the next episode. I've been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. If you don't know it already, you can pick up the very first piece of Rycon Roleplays merchandise featuring Leonidas Aventus, the Dragonborn himself. There will be more items added to the store in the coming months, all available at ryconroleplays.com/store. And finally, I'd like to extend a great big thank you to the patrons who continue to make this content possible.